So today I'm going to quickly chat to you about why I returned my Gucci bag, why didn't it quite work out for me, and yeah, let's talk it all through. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, glad to have you here. For those of you who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you enjoy my videos. I put out videos roughly 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion, some slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please do head down, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself and celebrating others. So, before we get into it, bag of the day. Today's bag of the day has been my Longchamp Les Pliages. This was the bag that I referenced in my FOMO video. I said that it was a work bag for me. That's exactly what I've been using it for today, because today's outfit was an office outfit, which is very bright and bold, but that is my aesthetic, and I am more than comfortable wearing such things in the workplace. So yes, here we are, my Longchamp Les Pliages Pride top handle. Love it. So, I have referenced in a couple of videos how I recently returned my recent purchase from Designer Exchange, and it was a Gucci small Boston bag. I unboxed that on here, I shared it with you, and every part of me wanted to love it. Every part of me wanted to open that box, be overwhelmed by it, and just be in love with it. And it was interesting because a few of you commented on it and said, oh, I can tell you really like it. I did really like it, but I didn't like it so much for me. You will have noticed in that video, I'm sat repeating a similar thing. I'm like, oh, it's cute. Look how cute it is. Oh, it's so cute. That means I don't like something. It means I'm justifying, I'm trying to coach myself into it. And did I like the bag? For someone else, yes. Did I like it for me? Not so much. Let's talk about the positives of that particular bag. The condition of it was fantastic. Fantastic. The leather was beautiful. The silver was a fabulous colour. I loved the silver GG Supreme print. Oh my word, that was stunning. The body of the bag, it was a nice shape. It was actually quite a good size for that style of bag. It would have been fairly practical. It had feet as well, actually. It had feet, and I like the fact that the zip ran over the edges of the bag. Those were all of the good things. The not so great things, it was too small for me. The body of the bag was too small. And the fact that I compared it to this Longchamp Les Pliages, which I also believe to be a little bit small for me, in my opinion, and this was bigger than the Gucci, it meant that it wasn't the right bag for me. Also, the top handles on the Gucci really bothered me. The fact that they were flat, the fact that they were quite large but flat, you also couldn't comfortably get your, it kept it over the crook of your arm. That's how I carry a bag like this. I do carry them top handle sometimes, but I also carry them like so quite often. And I couldn't do that comfortably with that Gucci bag. And that was really bothering me. I tried to style it with basically everything in my wardrobe, and even in the photos that I took with that bag, I was carrying it more like a clutch bag than I was a top handle, and that again was a signature, that was a sign that it wasn't the right thing for me. It wasn't the right bag, and I thought, do I keep this? But why am I keeping it? For what reason? If I was going to gravitate towards a bag like that, I'm grabbing this. I'm grabbing my Kurt Geiger Kensington flat bag if I want a bag that's that sort of size. And actually, this, you know, throw it over your shoulder, handles like so, do it a bit like that. This is just a better bag for me, for what I would have used that Gucci for. I could have used it day to night, but would I have used it in the day? Not really. You know, and this is the thing with these purchases, is that it doesn't make the bag a bad bag. I don't believe it was a bad bag. I actually think it was a lovely item. It wasn't the right bag for me. Let's talk turkey in terms of why would I have kept it? I'd have been keeping it solely because it was Gucci. Not because I was in love with the bag, because I liked the fact that it was Gucci and it was in this beautiful silver print. And I also would have kept it because I unboxed it on here, and I don't want to be known as someone who buys things, shows them, returns them, because that isn't what I do. I have a decent collection of stuff, and this is actually probably the first bag I've ever returned. I've never returned one before. It was just the fact that that money could be better used for something else. There's another item that I have my eye on, and I thought I could buy both. But actually, I don't love this. I don't like it for me. So why am I holding on to it? Why am I feeling guilty about the fact that I shared something and then having to say it didn't work out for me? I don't think that's a bad thing. Let me know. Do you dislike it when people unbox something and then return something? You know, when I was saying I liked it, I wasn't lying about that. I didn't like it for me in the end, and I did try. And this is where it gets ridiculous, because I woke up in the middle of the night stressing about it, thinking, I'm not going to use it, what a waste of money. I don't know what I'm using it for. I couldn't style it with anything. I didn't like the way it looked on my frame. I just was struggling with it, and I woke up and I thought, Nick, there is so much going on in the world right now. You stressing about not being able to style your Gucci bag is the most ridiculous thing to wake up in the middle of the night about. Ridiculous. Return it. Get rid of it. Move it on. Let someone else buy it and let someone else love it, because you don't. Someone else will. That will go. That bag will go, and it will go fast. And someone will love it, and someone will really enjoy it. I wasn't that someone. And there's a reason that returns policies exist, because sometimes things don't pan out the way you want them to. I was very happy with designer exchange. I actually ended up losing money in seeing this, because although I got my money back plus the shipping, it cost me more to return it than it cost me to buy it. So I ended up being out of pocket for seeing it, basically. However, I'd rather get my money back and be able to put that into something else that I will love and use. It just wouldn't have worked out. It would have just sat there, and I knew that. So I'm not going to keep something that's just going to sit. No, it's not happening. You know, it just didn't make sense for me. It didn't make sense for me. And like I said, someone else will love it. Someone else will get a lot of use out of it. I won't be that person. And that's okay. I tried it. It didn't work out. Did I love that print though? Oh my word, the silver print. Wow, 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 wow. If I saw that in a bigger version, if that Boston bag was, what sort of size? I'm trying to figure out where all my bags are. Let's say it was this size. This is a lait pliage medium. If it was this size, I would have kept it, hands down. It was just too small. But if I saw that silver in this size of bag, I would buy it. I would pay double what I paid for that small one, just to make it be the right bag. It was just the wrong bag. But the print was beautiful, the leather was beautiful, it was well made. Everything about the bag was right, except for the fact that the style and me didn't work. But there was nothing wrong with the bag. It was a fantastic bag. Just not for me. So there we have it. That's why I returned my Gucci Boston bag. Let me know what you think about some of the topics that I covered in here. Do you ever feel guilty about returning something? I don't feel guilty about returning it to the store. I think I felt more guilty about the fact that I'd shared it with you as a community and then said, oh, actually it didn't work out for me. But let me know, does that bother you? Would you prefer until someone figures it out if they're going to keep something, that maybe they don't share the unboxing of it until they know if they're going to use it and keep it? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know if any of you would have wanted that bag and would have tracked it down. You know. So the reason that I referenced it in the video was that on the day that video went live was actually the day that I think they processed the refund, which is probably when it would have gone back on the shelf or would have been going back on the shelf. So I wanted to try and time it in a way that if one of you wanted that item, you could look it up and you could potentially get it. So that was why I wanted to do it like that. But yeah, let me know. Do you think I made a mistake returning it? Do you think it would have grown on me? For me, these purchases are too much money for them to grow on you. And hey, I know that I would much prefer to have put that money into a third Bayswater, a second Rousseau, you know, part of that money could have been a Kurt Geiger double XL flap, it could be a couple of Les Pliages more, or, you know, there's lots of other things I could have bought, there's lots of things I would have preferred to own, so I made that decision. Anyway, that's that story. So thank you so much as always for watching, really appreciate all of your continued support and your continued engagement, and I look forward to seeing my next video. Take care everyone, bye now. Mwah.